family. In this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 different vegan Valentine's Day desserts that you can give to your significant other, or to your family if you're single, or to yourself if you're single, because why not? It's something I would do if I was single. Anyway, let's get right into this video. I'm going to be showing you 3 different vegan Valentine's Day recipes. This is my favorite thing to film because I love sweets. So if you want to see what I made for Valentine's Day for my lover, then just keep watching. For the first recipe, we're going to be making peanut butter cups. So you definitely want to get some type of heart mold. I bought this in Michael's a couple years ago. Then you want maple syrup or agave nectar, and then you want mini chips. I have these dairy nut and soy-free, gluten-free brand Enjoy Light chocolate chips. They're semi-sweet. And then you want some type of peanut butter. I'm using sunflower butter because I absolutely love sunflower butter. This is the brand that I use, Sun Butter, and it's the natural sunflower butter. So let's get started. All you need is 3 ingredients. First, we're going to use the chocolate chips, and you want to boil the chocolate chips. You want to put the chocolate chips in a pot, and you're going to melt them. So I'm gonna do probably about 1.5 cups to 2 cups because these are pretty small molds, but I'll probably do the whole bag, honestly, and just save the rest of the chocolate if I have extra. I'm using the whole bag, which is 15 grams of chocolate. You want to keep it to a low medium heat and make sure you mix it so that it doesn't burn in the pot, and make sure you watch the chocolate. When you have the chocolate chips melting in the pot, you want to mix the maple syrup and the peanut butter. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of the maple syrup. And then we're going to use a cup of peanut butter. So 1 cup of peanut butter of your choice. Again, I'm using Sun Butter. And then you're gonna mix that together. So mix both of those together. Use those muscles. Get your hair out of the way. And for like each of the chocolates, you're gonna be doing about 1 teaspoon of the peanut butter. Okay, now we got that mix. Let's check on the chocolate. Now you want to do about 1 teaspoon of the chocolate in the mold. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. You want to do it pretty quickly so that the chocolate doesn't melt. And I'm just putting a little bit in each one, making quite a mess. These chocolate molds are pretty deep, so I could do about, I would say, 1 tablespoon I put in here. A little less than 1 tablespoon, I would say. Once that is done, you want to pop it in the fridge for 2 to 5 minutes so that it can thicken. Take out your chocolates after about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of the peanut butter in, or, you know, eyeball it again. I'm gonna eyeball it here, but this recipe calls for 1 teaspoon. I'll put the recipe down below so you guys can have it, but you just wanna, you know, put the peanut butter in there, try to smooth it out as much as possible. So definitely, you know, do the recipe that I put down below, because now I see that I might have put a little bit too much chocolate in some of them, and it's gonna be a lot harder for the chocolate to cover around it to make it a whole chocolate peanut butter cup. But this is what it looks like so far. And then after that, you want to make sure the chocolate does harden. It might take a little longer than 5 minutes. You just got to keep an eye out. And then you're going to cover each chocolate mold. This will make 12 chocolates. Then you're going to place it into the fridge for 20 minutes. The next recipe, we are making vegan chocolate brownies. What you will need is all-purpose flour, coconut oil, cacao powder, vanilla extract, baking soda, salt, sea salt. It requires sea salt, but I'm using Himalayan salt, sugar, and brown sugar. I will leave all the recipes down below so that you guys can have them as well. And you also want to boil some water. Preheat the oven at 350 degrees, and you'll need a pan. I have an 8x8. It calls for 7x11 inches, but this will do because that's what I have. You're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Two cups of all-purpose flour. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You need a cup of brown sugar. Dry ingredients first. So, a cup of brown sugar. It's a little hard. That's about a cup right there. And sugar. So we're doing a cup of that. Put that in. Then a teaspoon of salt. A little bit more because this is a half a teaspoon. Teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Last, for the dry ingredients, we're using a cup of cacao powder. That's about a cup right there. Mix the dry ingredients. Mix it up all together. Then you're gonna add the boiling water, coconut oil, as well as the vanilla extract. We're gonna put that in a separate bowl. Have the water here. So we put the cup there. We're gonna use a half a cup of coconut oil. Coconut oil and a tablespoon. So just add the tablespoon in and then a half a cup. Mix that up. A half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So mix those up together. Wait till the coconut oil mixes. And then you're gonna add it to your bigger mix. And then you're gonna mix all that around. And that hard sugar clump will finally break. So mix all that around, your brownie mix around. It smells delicious, it looks delicious. That all cooks well. You want to add, after you mix all of that really well, you want to add it to your baking pan. And you're gonna bake it for 30 minutes. The next thing we're making is strawberry fudge hearts. So I'm using frozen strawberries. You need maple syrup, vanilla extract, coconut water, and it calls for coconut flour, but I'm gonna be using all-purpose flour because that is what I have. So you wanna use about 4 to 6 strawberries. I'm just gonna use this clump right here. 1, 2. So that's about 6 strawberries, let's say. They're pretty small. So you wanna make it, I would say like a handful. It calls, you could use agave nectar. I'm just using, maple syrup since I already have it. So 1 teaspoon, tablespoon, 2, 3. So 3 tablespoons of that. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you're gonna mix it up. For this recipe, you also need a 1/4 cup of cashews, and you're gonna soak them. What I like to do to make it a quicker process, I put hot water, boiling water in it, and let it soak for about 15 minutes, and you're good to go. Next, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, and then you're gonna add your cashews as well, your soaked cashews. So one, let's see how much we get in here. Add your cashews and blend again. After you blend your cashews, you're gonna get a tablespoon of flour. And add that. It smells delicious, just like strawberries. Add that, and then you will, after you blend those, you will just add it to the molds and freeze it. And you will have your strawberry heart fudges. After you take the chocolate chips out of the molds, we're gonna add the strawberry heart fudge, which smells divine. And just add those in there. Try not to make a mess. Oh, they're so good. So good. Delicious. After you put them all in your molds, you're gonna put this in the freezer for 30 minutes.